The element is wood. The energy wants to thrust upwards. And we transform the negative quality of rage and anger into the positive virtue of passion and enthusiasm. So you inhale to the left. This is where your spleen is. Flip it over. Exhale to the right. So you're letting the exhale through the filter of your liver. You can empower the emerald green color of your liver with the healing sound. As you make the sound, the radiance of that emerald green shines through your liver. Inhale to the spleen, which sits on this. The spleen is the builder. Golden yellow topaz light. The season is late summer. The element is earth. We transform the negative quality of anxiety and worry into the positive virtue of self-care and self-esteem. Flip it over. Exhale to the liver. Flip it over. Inhale to the spleen. So that's the sequence. Exhale, flip, inhale, flip. But then there's some articulation here. There's an elastication of the palms. You open the palm. This is spread fingers. This is opening the palm. So there's a tension in the palms, right? So when you're starting for the right palm to the liver, left palm on top, open the palms. There's a pressure in the palms, and there's a downward inward pressure and an upward inward pressure, like you're holding a container that has no lids on the top and bottom. You are those lids. So when you bring it across, there's a tension. When you flip it, you're holding that tension. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the left. To empower the emerald green light of the liver. To empower the golden yellow topaz light of the spleen. These are different ways you can play with this. And then you can also invert the flip. Okay, there's a lot of different things you can do. And then it gets into cloud hands, where only the hips are moving. So my hands and my body stay still, just the hips. Okay? So there's a lot that happens here in this first movement of Hui Chun, but it's the most important because you're empowering the liver and the spleen. This is your builder, this is your filter. So you inhale to the spleen, exhale to the liver. Okay? Second movement is much easier. The palms face your if you put your middle fingers on your collarbone and then come out, so where if you wiggle your middle fingers, you can see them in the bottom of your vision. If you go too low, you can't see them. Too high, you see your palms. You want to be in this sweet spot right in front of your chest. And you're organizing the energetic field of your thyroid and your thymus. So the catcher's mitt, that is the nursery school for your white blood cells, and the gland, the master gland of your immune system, the thyroid. If the thyroid is the moon, then the thymus is the sun. Okay? It's similarly connected to the solar plexus, which is another solar energy. So we're going to organize this electromagnetic field. And you just hold this tension. You just hold it. And with each breath, allow the eyelids to droop until you have those Buddha smile eyelids. Until you're smiling with your eyes only. And generally I would stay here for 5 minutes, but the third movement is to then bring this, you want to breathe only into the upper chamber above the diaphragm. So you're breathing up into the gallbladder points in your shoulders. Okay? And you're expanding towards your palms. And you're relaxing and let the eyelids droop. And then palms come to the diaphragm for the third movement, and you're breathing only below the diaphragm into the belly. There's like elastication in the palms. You're holding tension. And And so the only tension in your body is in the palms, and the rest of your body is loose. And so you can see my belly opens here, but it's also opening down here. And I'm actually relaxing the femoral tendon. Okay, I'm relaxing all the way. All of this is underneath my palms. And when I come back in, so you can see how big I am. Okay? When I come back in, the navel to the spine. This is also connected with sexual energy cultivation because I've lifted all of this and it's drawing in. When I let it go, so you inhale out, you exhale in. It's reverse abdominal breathing. Okay? So that's the third movement. The fourth movement is to condense that with piezoelectric energy by pushing the thumbs together. So we're creating an energy and we're imagining the lower dantian. And for those of you who've been following Jan, I don't have to explain dantian to you. So we can go right to sending the energy to it. And so again, I would spend at least 5 minutes here. And I would push the thumbs together and I would let that awareness of how I hold that pressure determine the quality of the energy that I'm sending to the lower dantian to store that energy in my battery. And then inhale, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exhale and pull, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then hold, press, lift the root, the Mula Bandha, tongue in the roof of the mouth, and that should be 7. And then again, inhale, so you can work through your chakras, bring the light up, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. You can go to the soul star, okay? And then pull it down. And send this energy to the lower dantian. Lifting the root, tongue in the roof of the mouth. Inhale. And visualize this energy coming up through the system and then pull it down. And so you can start working with microcosmic orbit. You can go up the governing channel and down the functional channel. You can bring it up, let it come over the top of the head, separate around to these points through the tongue, and then when it hits, swallow and let it descend to the lower dantian. Okay? The sixth and final movement, thumb and ring and index. Thumb and ring and index. And you squeeze as hard as you can and send this energy to your kidneys. Sapphire blue. The season is winter. The energy wants to descend as we transform the negative quality of fear into the positive virtue of wisdom and caution. The healing sound is CHOOWAY. Or if you slow it down, so as you make the sound, you empower the sapphire blue light to emanate from your kidneys. Clear away whatever toxicity is there. The flavor of the kidneys is savory or salty. Signs of kidney imbalance shows up in the language. People with salty language are dealing with some fear issues and they need some wisdom. So look out for those F-bombs. Okay, people that are expressing salty language, think of sailors. When they have a salt imbalance, it can become, with a vitamin C deficiency, it can become scurvy. Okay, so they're seeking wisdom. They're seeking salt. They need salt in their body. Salt is a natural antidepressant. Okay, so the kidneys balance that. When salt is out of balance, it shows up in the language, and then it shows up in all kinds of other signs that anybody can see. Okay? So that was Hui Chun. I'm just going to go through each one. So then if you want to go into the 6 healing sounds, okay, and then, okay, so there's a lot more of this choreography and poetry to begin to memorize. This teaches you what to think and how to think it. It teaches you how to move and what to feel while you're moving. Those 4 things, that Cartesian split, is so overwhelming for your nervous system in a beneficial way of returning your energy to the natural channels, the natural innate intelligence of your immune system, that you will feel great. Your body is designed to work this way. And so when you feel good, you think better, you speak better, you act better. People want to be involved with you. Things happen in your life. It starts to pop off. So, energy first, my friends. Energy first. And there's a Harvard study, there's several studies, one of them in particular demonstrates that these techniques are even slightly more powerful if you do them just in your mind. So, the next time you're with somebody who's stressing you out, or you're in a situation, or stuck in traffic, whatever it is, this is what it looks like if I do it in my mind while I'm driving.